skin against skin, breath all shallow, hearts like pounding, that crazy suspended heartbeat just before he enters you. That's your moment. That's where like the real magic lives. Totally forget everything you've been told about needing like novelty or perfection to be unforgettable. What actually reaches a man's soul, what makes his knees weak and literally steals his breath, isn't just the act itself, it's that charged stillness right before the unspoken understanding. The raw emotion in your eyes, how you stop like performing and start inviting. That's the space where you become like totally unforgettable. Not because you gave him your body, but because you gave him a piece of magic. A pause where he felt so utterly chosen. A whisper that echoes like forever after the lights go out. If you want to create a moment that makes a guy tremble with anticipation, a memory he'll cling to for years, it's all about mastering that split second. So here are 6 ways to own it, seriously. Spicy ladies, ready? Let's begin with the most primal power you hold, your eyes. Okay, totally forget everything else for a sec. When your bodies are close, your breath already synced, and surrender is the only way forward, that's when your gaze becomes like your ultimate weapon. Locking eyes right before, it's not about some dramatic stare down. It's connection. It's pure, wordless communication. I am so right here, present, open, alive with you. Holding that gaze without flinching, without nervously looking away. That simple act shifts the entire energy. So many people rush this. They blink, they close their eyes, they skip the deepest intimacy, often because they never learn how to hold the moment. But when you stay locked in, you're telling him without a word that he has your complete trust, your unwavering focus, your whole emotional presence. This is where the real alchemy happens. In that shared look, you transcend bodies. You become two souls seeing each other, raw and real. You're offering him a glimpse into your truth, no hiding. That level of emotional exposure, that potent feminine presence, it rewires a guy. It doesn't just arouse him, it literally shakes him. Your steady gaze whispers, "This isn't casual for me. I'm not disconnected. I'm so fully here, choosing to let you see me." It also says, "I trust myself enough to stay." This moment is like sacred. That kind of eye contact penetrates deeper than touch. It's vulnerability and power fused. It awakens his protective instinct, melts his defenses, calls his deepest masculine energy up, not just lust, but something resonant and profound. Truth? Men so rarely experience this kind of scene. Desired? Touched? Sure. But truly seen by a lover? That's rare. So when you offer that deep, unwavering gaze, you're giving him something beyond your body, you're offering connection. He'll feel something he can't even name, but he'll never forget the feeling. So in those final seconds, don't rush, look at him. Really look. Soften your eyes, linger, let the electricity build, hold him there. Cause when you lock eyes and refuse to look away, you're gifting him a memory that will echo for like a lifetime. Right now, if you're still watching, I so hope this helps you. Your comments totally motivate me, like so much, so I can make more videos you're into. So hit that subscribe button and leave me a message. Let's keep going. Words are powerful, but in that electric moment, before everything changes, how you say them matters so much more than what you say. Forget shouting. This isn't about volume, it's about intimacy. Leaning in close, your lips brushing his ear, and letting a whisper carry your truth, that's the key. It's not just erotic, it's devastatingly personal. You're not broadcasting desire, you're sharing a secret meant only for him. Wrapping your voice in breath, heat, and pure intention sends it straight into his nervous system, bypassing thought and hitting deep. You don't need a scripted line, forget trying to impress. What matters is authenticity. Something simple, raw, and true. I've never wanted anyone like this, or I want to feel you everywhere, or even something softer, like I feel so safe with you right now. The words themselves don't need to be explicit. They need to be real. That whisper transforms it from dirty talk into something way more potent, emotional exclusivity. You're saying, "This is me, unfiltered, just for you." That feeling of being the only man who gets this glimpse, it simultaneously arouses him and tethers him emotionally. The magic is in the duality. That whisper should feel like a surrender and a claiming. You're giving him something intimate, yet firmly directing the energy. Your voice becomes the bridge. When it's honest, he hangs on every syllable. His breath catches, his pulse spikes, because now it's not just physical, he's emotionally captivated. Timing is everything. Do it right before the precipice. When anticipation is humming, when he's so close, it's almost agony. That's when your voice becomes the spark. Lean in. Let your lips just barely graze his skin. Let your breath warm him first, a silent promise. Then let the words follow. Say what's true. Say what's raw. Say what you'd only say here, now, to him. He won't just remember the words. He'll remember the tremor in your voice, the heat of your breath, how it ignited him from the inside out. Don't underestimate a whisper. Use it. Let it be the moment he realizes this isn't just another encounter. It's sacred, and he's the only one invited. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is nothing. No words, no movement, just your breath. Before full surrender, there's that charged pause, often rushed, rarely given its due. And in that space, how you breathe can make him tremble more than any touch. Totally, most people overlook breath. They think seduction is all actions, sounds, but what actually stirs a man's deepest desire is the subtle, the silent, the felt. Your intentional, slow, present breath is one of the most intimate offers. Leaning in close, just before, and letting your breath deliberately brush his ear, that's so primal. You're not just breathing, you're inviting. You're awakening every nerve, signaling something powerful is unfolding on your terms. The ear is crazy sensitive, yeah, but this goes deeper. That breath is pure closeness, without pressure, intimacy, without demand. It whispers, "You're allowed in, but I decide how deep." When your breath connects, he'll feel it cascade down his neck, across his chest. He won't know whether to hold still or collapse because you've bypassed his body and gone straight to his mind, amplifying the anticipation. Don't rush. Bring your mouth so close to his ear. Stay silent. Just be. Let the space feel thick. Take one slow, deliberate breath. Let its warmth wash over him. Let him feel your desire without words. Then pause. Maybe another breath follows. Maybe a soft exhale drifts. No expectations, just pure energy. This power, it comes from what you withhold. That breath tells him, "I could speak, but I'm letting you feel me." That restraint, that presence, it drives him totally wild. This moment isn't performative. It's profound presence. It's showing him your body is a landscape, not just a destination. Your breath is the breeze before the storm. Use it with power. Because when he feels your breath warm his skin in that suspended heartbeat, it doesn't just arouse him. It etches the moment into his memory forever. In a world obsessed with speed, softness becomes so revolutionary, especially that kind. Right before, when the air crackles, try this. Slowly, deliberately, take his face in both your hands. Not grabbing, holding, like he's the only thing that matters right then. This simple act totally shatters the script. It instantly shifts from pure lust into something deep, grounding, and shockingly intimate. Most women don't get how profoundly this lands. They assume he's just lost in the physical, raw truth. Men ache for intimacy that isn't performative. They crave soulful touch. When you cradle his face gently, framing his jaw, tracing his cheekbone, you're telling him, "I see you, the man, the human I trust." In that quiet claiming, he starts to surrender. Your touch anchors him, pulls him into the now with you. This isn't clinging, it's soft power, grace, a quiet declaration. You're creating a sacred pause. And the deeper layer, touching his face like this, it's as much for you. It's you slowing down, claiming the moment. My choice, my connection, my body. When he feels that certainty, that you're present, open, and choosing him without neediness, it melts him. It breaks something open. Because honestly, most men so rarely experience being touched with this reverence. They're used to being wanted for what they do, not who they are. So, just before, take his face, slow it down, hold his gaze, let your fingertips memorize him, let the world dissolve. When you touch a man like you're choosing him, not needing him, you don't just captivate his body, you etch yourself into his memory. Now, let's talk sound, specifically his name. There's something primal about hearing your name spoken by someone you crave, especially then, right on the edge. Saying his name slowly, deliberately, can be the single most erotic sound. Not casual, not barked, but savored. Like each syllable is honey, like his name is the only word that matters. Why does this slice so deep? Cause wrapping your voice around his name makes it devastatingly personal. It strips away anonymity. You're not just making love to a body, you're calling out to the man, the one longing to feel chosen, known. Whispering his name, breathlessly, intensely, is emotional ownership. It's you saying, I see you, I want you. That specificity, it hits bone deep. Think about it. Most guys have had sex. Few have had their name spoken like a secret prayer. Few have felt a woman claim them, voice trembling, making them feel like the only man she could want. That's rare. That's potent. That stays. Hearing you say his name with that slow intensity grounds him. It shatters the lust haze. It tells him, you matter. I'm present with you. It arouses his soul. So say it like it matters. Like you're summoning the deepest part of him. Like you want him to feel seen, desired, held, not to flatter because you're rooted in your own power. You're creating connection. The echo he carries, it's the sound of his name on your lips, spoken slow and vulnerable in that world-stopping moment. So when he's close, lean in. Let his name rise from your chest. Let it roll off your tongue like something precious. Let him feel the weight of your choosing. Because when a man hears his name said with that desire, he doesn't just remember the night, he remembers you. Totally forget the rush. The real magic, what brands you into his memory, happens when you do nothing. Right before, when every nerve screams, pause. Not from fear, but from profound confidence. From knowing the most unforgettable moments aren't rushed, they're savored. Most people fumble this. They hurtle past, chasing the climax. Wrong. What etches onto a man's soul is the charged space right before. That single heartbeat where you consciously stop and let him feel everything, the anticipation, the connection. When you pause, you command the tempo. You become the conductor. You create a stillness so potent, so thick, it makes him forget to breathe. His body is coiled, desperate, but you don't. Not yet. You hold it. You own the silence. Cause the woman who pauses doesn't need to prove anything. She relishes the ascent. She invites him into an experience felt in every cell. That restraint, that grace, that self-possession is hypnotic. Raw truth, a guy might have countless experiences, but few are unforgettable. Why? Rushed, predictable, surface level. But your pause, right on the edge, it shocks him awake, forces him into hyper-awareness. Suddenly, he's not just having sex, he's inside a moment. You're telling him, this matters. I'm so fully here. I'm choosing this. You make it emotional, spiritual. He won't understand why he's trembling, only that pause shifted him. So next time, breathless, poised, stop, take a deep breath, look into his eyes, maybe rest your hand on his chest, let the wanting intensify. Let him realize, this isn't just sex, this is communion. Because when you pause where he expects surrender, you don't just stoke desire, you forge devotion.